मैड्रिड विच कैनेडा के प्रधानमंत्री जस्टिन ट्रूडो ने आख्या है कि नाटो फौजां की मदद लिए प्रगटाए गए तहिए तहत कैनेडा होर फौजी टुकड़ियां लातविया भेजेगा। कैनेडा की अगवाई वालियां नाटो फौजी टुकड़ियां विच लगभग 2000 सैनिक होणगे, जिन्हां विचों 700 कनेडियन होणगे। यह फौजी टुकड़ी 8 अजिहियां यूनिट विचों एक होएगी, जिहड़ी पूर्वी यूरोप विच स्थित होएगी अते किसी भी तरह के रूसी हमले नूं रोकण ते उसनूं नाकाम करन लई पूरी तरह लैस होएगी।
It's more important than ever that allies be aligned. We cannot let up on the momentum of our collective response to Putin's war of aggression. At the summit, we announced that Canada and its allies will augment the capacity of the NATO-enhanced Forward Presence Battle Group in Latvia, a mission, as you pointed out, where the two strongest countries in their presence are Canada and Spain, in which the working together that we do is actually a model for the 8 other countries that are part of that battle group. In Latvia, we are actually redefining a concept that is so important to NATO, which is interoperability, making sure that all these friendly allied militaries who do things slightly differently with sometimes slightly different equipment can actually work together harmoniously is not just important to be able to do in times of conflict and difficult situations. It's actually an added advantage that we have if we do it right, and Spain has been extraordinarily important in that work that we're doing with the Latvians to develop a new way of operating, or a better way of operating for NATO that could be, unfortunately, if conflict requires it, extraordinarily useful in the future. Putin's unjustifiable war is causing a steep rise in fuel prices and blockading critical food exports that the world relies on, especially in the global south, and that's making food more expensive for people in our countries and leading to potential shortages for people in the most vulnerable parts of the world. And I have to again thank you, Pedro, for being alongside Canada, one of those strongest voices on the need for Europe and Western democracies in general to engage in real substantive ways in not just humanitarian or development aid towards the global south, but active partnerships around investment, around creating greater stability, greater economic opportunity, and greater wealth for people in the global south, particularly given the multiple crises they're facing right now, whether it's economic crises, crises related to climate change, or the crisis of this war in Europe. These are things that are challenging everyone around the world. We see it in our own populations, how much more than the impact on vulnerable populations, and that's where your voice and others' voice in needing to step up on supporting people in vulnerable countries around the world is so important. We talked about actions we can take to support people and help economies grow in ways that provide good jobs and good incomes for everyone.